भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 18, the perfection of renunciation, text number 76. First we can see word to word. Rajan, O king, Samsritya, remembering, Samsritya, remembering, Sambadam, message, Imam, this, Adbhutam, wonderful, Kesava, of Lord Krishna, Arjunayo, and Arjuna, Punyam, pious, Krishyami, I am taking pleasure, Cha, also, Muhu, Muhu, repeatedly. Rajan Sansmrutya, Sansmrutya, Sambadam imam adbhutam, Kesavarjunyo punyam, Krishyami cha muhurmuhu. Rajan Sansmrutya, Sansmrutya, Sambadam imam adbhutam, Kesavarjino punyam, Krishyami cha muhurmuhu. Translation. O king, O king, as I repeatedly recall this onerous and holy dialogue between Krishna and Arjuna, I take pleasure, being thrilled at every moment. Please repeat. O king, as I repeatedly recall this onerous and holy dialogue between Krishna and Arjuna, I take pleasure, being thrilled at every moment. Purport by His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. The understanding of Bhagavad Gita is so transcendental that anyone who becomes conversant with the topics of Arjuna and Krishna becomes righteous, and he cannot forget such talks. This is the transcendental position of spiritual life. In other words, one who hears the Gita from the right source, directly from Krishna, attains full Krishna consciousness. The result of Krishna consciousness is that one becomes increasingly enlightened, and he enjoys life with a thrill, not only for some time, but at every moment. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnanajana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Tadati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Uttapadakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Sri Rupam Sakrajatam Sagana Raghunatha Nitam Tam Sajiva Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakha Nithascha हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. I humbly seek all of your blessings to share some of my understanding from this verse. So here we are in the last portion of Bhagavad Gita. Only another 2 verses left. So this chapter 18 is called the perfection of renunciation. And it is divided into 7 sections. And we are in the last section. The last section is realization of Sanjay. 74 to text 74 to 78. The Sanjay's realization. So since we are in the last portion of Bhagavad Gita, so that means everything spoken by Krishna. So this whole Bhagavad Gita actually 3 levels of discussion. One level of discussion is between Krishna and Arjuna, and second level of discussion is between Sanjay and Dhritarashtra, and third levels of discussion is soul with super soul. So the first level of discussion is between Krishna and Arjuna. Arjuna was in perplexity. He already decided to fight, but he is not able to fight. So anybody can say what are the reasons why he could not fight? Now we are in the...
He's seen his relatives.
Yeah, so...
Bodily attachment.
Correct. One of the reasons is compassion. He is telling Swajanam that they are all my Swajanam. They are all my relatives. How I can kill them? That is one of the reasons. What is the second reason? There are 5 reasons. Yes?
Spiritual master was in front of him.
Yeah, Guru, yeah, Dronacharya, Krupacharya, there, that is also same thing. It's out of compassion. Yes, that is out of respect. How I can kill them?
The outcome of the battle, what will happen?
Yeah, what will happen? Whether it is good or bad, I am not able to decide. That is one of the... Any other reason? Same. Anybody else?
Social reason, society.
Yeah, society, Varna Sankara. That if I am going to kill, then all these warriors will be killed. What's about their wives, dependents? They will be polluted by the unscrupulous persons. So there will be Varna Sankara in the society. And for that, I will be responsible for that. Because I am a Kshatriya, I should protect, but they are going to pollute it. What is the other reason?
Krishna was wanted to announce the message to all world through Arjuna.
Yeah, so that's very beautiful reason. That is actually reason. Krishna wants to give this message of Bhagavad Gita. That's why Krishna puts Arjuna in bewilderment. So that Bhagavad Gita spoken, sir, will be benefited. Okay? Another reason?
There is loss of Siri and I don't know they will win or I will
Yeah, that
win.
Prabhu has told that what is the outcome. Prabhu has told, yes, how I will not be happy. If they will be killed, what is the happiness with whom I will enjoy? Because they are going to be killed, I will be alone. Alone we cannot enjoy. So these are the different regions. Arjuna is, and these regions are very strong. Because unless somebody is a devotee, these regions will not come out. Because the heart is filled with compassion. He is giving all Vedic references. Then Arjuna started speaking Bhagavad Gita, whole Bhagavad Gita. And all the regions are counteracted by Krishna. So, this conversation now is being heard by whom? Sanjay. And he is explaining to Dhritarashtra. The second conversation is between Sanjay and Dhritarashtra. Now, Sanjay, before Sanjay speaks, Krishna has already asked Arjuna, I have already spoken whole Bhagavad Gita. Have you heard attentively? Have your illusion and ignorance has gone away? So this is called compassion. Like we are in this material world, we are struggling with so many problems. And we are actually finding a person to whom we will go and open our heart. And somehow by Srila Prabhupada's mercy, there are devotees. At least we can open our heart to devotees who will not judge us. Rather than they will help us. And even if we don't act on those instructions, still they will explain us again and again. So because Krishna knows that Arjuna is in perplexity. He is going through suffering, emotional feelings. It is my duty to remove all his sufferings. So this is the duty of the spiritual master, how they are helping these disciples. So that's why he is asking, have you heard attentively what I spoke? Why he is asking? Have you heard attentively? Anybody? Why he is asking that, have you heard attentively? Because attention is the foundation of comprehension. If you not hear attentively, you cannot comprehend the subject matters. Then how will you apply it? So that is the reason he is asking, have you heard attentively? Have your illusion and ignorance has gone away? Because if you will not hear attentively, you will be still in ignorance and illusion and you will not act properly. So what is the difference between illusion and ignorance? What is the difference, Mataji?
Illusion and
Ignorance.
Illusion could be like you have knowledge but still like you are not able to distinguish. Ignorance is you don't have even knowledge.
Very good. So ignorance means I don't know.
Yes.
And illusion means I know but I am not distinguished properly. Just like a blind person. Blind means he does not know. But a person having cataract, although things are clear, he may not be able to see properly. So that's called illusion. So that's why he is asking, my dear Arjuna, something you don't know. That is, I explained in chapter 9, confidential knowledge. That I am giving you knowledge which you have not heard before. In 14th also, in chapter 14 also, he explained that I am giving you the the supreme knowledge to you, which you have not heard before. So all these things I have already given you. Are you hearing properly? Then what was Arjuna's answer? Yes, Nashtamoham. All these illusions, everything has completely gone away. Just like Srimad Bhagavatam says, Vidyate Hrudaya Granthi, Chidyanti Sarva Sansaya, Kshiyante Chasya Karmani, Drushta Evatmanishware. And all my doubts are completely dispelled. I am free from illusion. Now I am ready to do whatever you want. This is what, after reading Bhagavad Gita, this type of transformation should come in our heart. If that is not coming, that means we are still in illusion and ignorance. And we are not, reason is what? We have not heard attentively. So why Arjuna is speaking that all my illusion has gone away, all my ignorance has gone away, now I am ready to fight. It's not a lip service. He's not telling that I will fight, but he will not lift his bow and Gandhi and all these things. We are hearing, but as soon as the class is over, we are forgetting everything. So that means we are not acting as per the instruction. But here Arjuna is saying, yes, I am ready to fight. Immediately, he lifts his bow and arrow. It is not out of fear. So there are two types of surrender. Here Arjuna is surrendering Krishna that I am ready. But there are two types of surrender. One is for protection, another is for spiritual connection. Just like in the material world. Those are criminals, if they are caught, they are surrendering to police department and they are put into the jail. So why they are surrendering? Because they will be protected. But there are obedient citizens in this material world who also abides by the laws of the states. Why they are abiding? They want a loving connection with the state. Here Arjuna is surrendering to have his loving connection with Krishna. That's why he is surrendering. That's why he is telling that I am ready to fight. Because that faith is there with Arjuna that if Krishna is here, I am going to be protected. So protection is a concomitant factor of my connection with Krishna. Then when this Mahabharata are going on, that time Krishna asking Pandavas, they have 11 Akshayani Sena, you have 7 Akshayani Sena. How you are going to fight with them? Arjuna, don't worry. You are with us, we are completely protected. That's the last verse. Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Yatra Partha Dhanurthara. Tatra Sri Vijayabhutar. All opulences, victory, morality, everything will come if Krishna is there. All this conversation now is heard by whom? Sanjay. Sanjay is completely, his ecstasy is coming up. His hair stands on his end. That is the 74th verse. Yeah. He is telling, thus have I heard the conversation of two great souls, Krishna and Arjuna, and so wonderful is that message that my hair is standing on end. He is completely ecstasy. So there are 8 symptoms of ecstasy. Those are in Bhava stage. There are 8 symptoms. One of the symptom is, this is, hair stands on end. Another type of is like stambha. When you are in ecstasy, you will be like a pillar. There nobody can see whether you are living or standing or this thing. There no movement. It's just like a stambha. Another is that you cannot speak. Sometimes you spellbound not to speak. Another symptom is hair stands on end. Another symptom is tears comes from the eyes. So there are different, sometimes also you will be unconscious. Like sometimes Chaitanya Mahaprabhu felt unconscious. So like there are 8 symptoms of astika sattika bhava. So one of these is that romancha, every day we are singing romancha kampasru taranga bhajo. Our spiritual master is completely thrilled. His hair stands on end. So that's what in 74 he explains his realization that this discussion is so wonderful. That message is so wonderful that my hair is standing on end. Then 75 he expresses his gratitude. All of us actually should maintain our gratitude journal. What is gratitude? Means we should always have a simple and grateful heart. Everything should have a meditation. That I am completely maintained by Krishna. I am completely protected by Krishna. So this gratitude should be a component of a devotee, of everybody. But especially for a devotee, every moment he should feel gratitude. He should express his gratitude to Krishna, to his devotees, that he is so freely giving sunlight, air, devotee association, food. How grateful I should be. Without gratitude, our heart will be hard. Even if somebody gives a drop of water to us, we should be grateful to him. what is the symptom of a person who is having a grateful heart? Humility. Very important. Unless we are humble, we cannot express gratitude. Always you will find fault with others. That is the difference between Yudhishthira Maharaj and Duryodhana. Yudhishthira Maharaj for everything he is grateful to Krishna. Whereas Duryodhana for everything is ungrateful. He wants more and more. That is the symptom of a materialistic persons. They are not satisfied. You give whatever. That's why Bali Maharaj, when Vamandev asked Bali Maharaj that give me 3 spaces. Bali Maharaj said, 3 spaces? I have lot of wealth, lot of everything. If somebody asks me and I give, he need not to go anywhere else. Then Vamandev says that if I will not be satisfied with 3 spaces, if you will give the 3 worlds, I will not be satisfied. So this is the symptom of a greedy person, a proudful person. And he never satisfied. But a devotee is always satisfied. That is a symptom of a devotee, that he is always satisfied in his relationship with Krishna. If Krishna is there, everything is with me. I need not to worry about it. Even if Krishna gives me punishment, that is a great joy, because Krishna is giving me punishment. His lotus feet touches me. That's why I should be very happy and satisfied. And always he carries that mood. That Brahma says, Tatte nukampam susamikshamano bhunjana evatma krutam vipakam hrudbhaga babubir vidaddha namaste jivetayo mukti pade sadaya bhag. He tells, no problem. Miseries, difficulties, obstacles coming in my life, I am grateful. Why? Because it is the result of my past sinful reactions. If I am such a humble, honest person, noble person, why difficulties should come? No. Is Krishna cruel? No. Because I have done something bad in my past, that's why those reactions coming, and it is His grace that He is giving me a token of gift. I should have got very big punishment, but He is giving a small punishment. He is grateful. So that's why here Sanjay is telling Vyasa Prasadat. By the mercy of Vyasadev, I am getting such a wonderful visualization. Who is having that fortune? I am so fortunate. Krishna speaks Arjuna. That's why he is telling wonderful. What is wonderful about it? There are 2 great souls. He is previously explaining. There are 2 great souls. One is Arjuna, Mahan Atma. One is Arjuna and one is Krishna. Their conversation is going on and I am hearing. It's a great fortune. So, like he is expressing his gratitude. So same way, because we are in this material world, how grateful we should be to our spiritual master or devotees, those who have brought to Krishna consciousness. That's why every day we have to remind ourselves again and again, Om Ajnana Timirandhasya Jnanajana Salakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. I was suffering in the darkest ignorance of the material existence, repeatedly going through birth, death, old age, disease, Advantika Klesa, Adivotya Klesa, Adidevya Klesa. Here is my spiritual master who has given me the treasury. And I should utilize, I should be eternally grateful for everything what he has given. And also I should be grateful to Krishna what he has not given. At least he has not given me a bungalow or like a vehicle, car or this, that. I should be grateful for that because he knows what is good for me. So that is called unconditional surrender. Here Sanjay is telling that I am grateful to you, Krishna. Then he is telling in 76, Sansmritya. This word comes, this verse again 77 also comes 2 times. So that means this word is very, very important. What is Sansmritya? Remembering and remembering. 4 times For example, suppose there is a feast. I'll ask, Prabhuji, how was the feast? If it is nice, always very ecstatic, very nice. If you want to come, you can come inside. Okay. And suppose there is a kirtan. Oh, such a heart-touching kirtan. Because you are experiencing that. Oh, how, suppose class is there, some class is going on, and you are very happy. And somebody asks, how was the class today? Oh, class, ecstatic, heart-touching, heart-thumbling. Like this, you can say. So, here, Sanjaya is completely out of control. When he hears all this message, first is 74 is hard. Now he is recollecting the memories. What was going on? Arjuna is speaking, showing his Vishwarupa Darshan. There is a conversation is going on. Arjuna is regretting. So many things are going on. And he could not control himself. He is telling, Adbhutam, so wondrous, wonderful. This message, what is going on between Krishna and Arjuna, is so wonderful. Why it is wonderful? Why it is wonderful? Why it is wonderful?
Illusion has gone. Illusion has gone, ignorance gone.
Yeah, this message is punya, transcendental. When we get the knowledge and when there is a transformation of heart, definitely it is wonderful. Like Prabhupada says that can you make, do you have any mystic power? Just yogis, they are sitting one place, getting one fruit from there. Or there are 8 types of siddhis, the asita, vasita, all these things. Can you do that? That these are nothing. You see these hippies, I make them happy. These hippies, they don't know anything. They are completely beyond, what is that, Kirata, Hunandra, Pulanda, Pulkesa, all these people, Yavan and all these things, I make them happy devotees. You see their bright face. If you just now, you just think about it, just go back our previous life before coming to devotee and see that photos. And now you compare. What will be? It's just so beautiful. We are so happy to see devotee's heart is going, running. Here is a devotee. Just by seeing a devotee, your heart is completely transformed. Forget about speaking Hare Krishna and all these things. And you will be always in a giving mood. I want to give this something. So this is what called devotee. So that's what Sanjaya is thrilling. He's thrilled that Kesava Arjuna Punyam. This is Punya. This is transcendental. Why it is transcendental? 2 aspects. Suppose somebody is giving a class. It has 2 parts. One is the message he is conveying, another is the person himself. The person, sometimes the person is very inspiring. By his association you are inspired. Sometimes person may not seem inspiring, but the message is very inspiring. And you are inspired by that. Here, Arjuna, whatever message is giving, is inspiring. He has got the blessings of Sandipani Muri. Whatever you speak, it will be remain eternal. That message. And he himself is very inspired person. He is the source of all inspirations. All 6 opulences are there with Krishna. Krishna is all attractive. So that's why it is very wonderful. That Sanjaya is actually spellbound to speak. He was telling only 2-3 things, but the way he explains muhur muhu, punna punna, again and again, he is experiencing that thrill in his heart. So that means if we are not having those experiences in our heart after hearing Bhagavad Gita, so that means our heart has not been transformed. In Srimad Bhagavatam Canto 2, it tells that those who are not hearing properly, their heart is steel framed. What is steel framed? Whatever you do, it is not. There are three types of absorption. Like suppose rain is there, and suppose rain falls on a stone, what happens? Water does not penetrate. But wood is there, it goes to some extent. But sponge is there, it will go fully absorbed. Same way, we should be like a sponge. Or whatever mercy comes, immediately we should capture. And when somebody squeezes, those mercy will go to others. So that is the way actually our life should be. It's telling punna punna, muhurmu, same way. Sages of Naimisaranya, when Sutta Goswami was speaking, and sages of Naimisaranya, they are telling swadu swadu pade pade. Whatever you are speaking, it is nectar in every step. And we are not cesses, means we are not tired at all. So please continue. Their seat is on the edge of their seat actually. They are sitting. And they are so thrilled when the Sutta Goswami is explaining about Bhagavatam. Same way, Parikshit Maharaj and Sukadeva Goswami. Swadu swadu pade pade. We are not tired. You go on speaking, go on 7 days, 7 nights. No water, no food, nothing. Just think of those. How it is possible for someone to do like this? It's very difficult. And when Krishna returns from Hastinapur to Dwarika, that time the inhabitants of Dwarika, they are running. They heard Krishna is coming, as if they have not heard, as if they have not seen Krishna. All the ladies of Dwarika, they just run to the roof and they are singing. And when Krishna comes and their queens are there, they have been waiting, but they cannot, because there is a social pressure. So they cannot go and suddenly embrace Krishna. All the queens are standing. First they embrace with their heart from a distance. Then they go through the eyes, embrace through eyes. Still they are not satisfied. Then they send their sons, you go and embrace Krishna. Still they are not satisfied. They are studying, Krishna is studying, and they are telling, they are feeling that his lotus feet looks newer and newer. Nava nava rasadhamani uddatam. Just like Yamunacharya says. Yadavadi mama cheta Krishna padara binde nava nava rasadhamani uddantam. Whenever I hear Krishna's words, Krishna's glories, I feel newer and newer experiences. This is what actually Krishna Katha. So he is explaining. He is saying this is muhur muhur. That's why Queen Kunti says in Srimad Bhagavatam, 1st canto, 8th chapter, Shrunanti, Gayanti, Grunanti Avikshana, Smaranti, Nandanti, Tabehi Tajana, Taeva Pasyanti, Achirena Tavakam, Bhava Prabhaham Param Padam Bhujam. He is telling those who hear about Krishna, hear, Shrunanti, Gayanti, they chant, they glorify. Grunanti, accepts, Nandanti, praise, remembering. Shrunanti, Gayanti, Grunanti, Avikshana, Smaranti means remember. Smaranti, Nandanti, Tavehita Jana. Those who are hearing, chanting, remembering, or even if they appreciate, somebody is appreciating. Suppose I cannot hear, I cannot chant. At least somebody is appreciating, I should appreciate. Oh, this Prabhu is very nice. He is appreciating Krishna like anything. If you do that also, you will be free from repeated birth and death. Taeva pasyanti achirena tavakam bhava pravaham. This bhava pravaham, material miseries, janma mrityu jaravadi. You will get out, you will be liberated. And what will result? You will see the lotus feet of Krishna. So powerful. Just by here, Krishna Katha, going back to Godhead is assured. Just chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. That is what Prahlad Maharaj is the emblem of remembering. That what Sanjay is remembering. First he is hearing what he heard, he is recollecting, remembering, just like a cow. Cow immediately he eats, she eats. Then she takes time to digest it. So same way, what is our duty? We should hear in the morning Bhagavatam. Whole day we should contemplate. What is their Bhagavatam? How I can apply this thing in my life? If application part is not there, then it is just like this Bhagavatam, this Bhagavad Gita is spoken Krishna to Arjuna. Krishna's heart is transformed. Same thing, Sanjay also speaking to Dhritarashtra. Dhritarashtra's heart does not change. Why? Still framed. Attachment. In the beginning, what was the question asked Dhritarashtra?
धर्म क्षेत्रे कुरुक्षेत्रे
Tamaveta Yusava Mamaka Pandavasava Kim Akurvata Sanjay. What does it mean? That is not the intention. It was explicitly what they are, just like a cricket match is going on. We are asking what is going on. That is not intention. Who is going to win? That is, Dhritarashtra out of sai, means not sai, out of what is called, very, not curious also. He cannot ask who is going to win. So he is indirectly asking what is going on. His intention is my sons are going to win. That was his intention, implicit question. That is his implicit question, are my sons are going to win or not? But he cannot ask directly. So he is asking what is going on in this battlefield. And Sanjay is very intelligent. He asks also. What he asked, what he told answer? Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Yatra Partha Dhanurdhara. He has not told that you will win. Wherever Krishna is there, wherever the devotee Arjuna is there is victory. Because after this, Dhritarashtra asked questions. Now Bhagavad Gita is over. Dhritarashtra didn't ask any question after that. So we have to be. Then what is success? Can we say that Sanjaya is unsuccessful? He could not preach the message because Dhritarashtra's heart is not transformed. It looks like apparently unsuccessful, but the symptoms, what is saying? His heart is thrilled with joy. He is feeling ecstasy. So in this material world, devotees, we are performing some services. Externally it may look like we are unsuccessful, but internally we have our connection with Krishna, we have our connection with Prabhupada, we have a loving association with devotees. That is our success. Internal success, if we are happy and satisfied with our relationship with Krishna, that is success. That's why I am telling Kulashekhar Maharaj, Tejantu bandhava sarve nindantu guravajana tathapi paramananda govinda mama jivan. All my relatives may say that you are a fool number one because I have come to Krishna, because I don't take care of you. I take care, but the way you want, I am not taking. So he is telling, Tejantu bandhava sarve, let all the relatives abandon me. No problem. Nindantu guravajana, all people will say blame, they say mad, always running after Krishna, always chanting. No problem. Tathapi Paramananda Mama Jivana, my life and soul is Krishna. Without Krishna I cannot live. If Krishna wants to protect me, who is going to kill me? That is my protection. I am giving protection. I am getting protection from Krishna. So this is a very important principle in our life. If we are following dharma, dharma rakshati rakshataha. If we are following dharma, whatever circumstances, even if the whole world rejects, no worry. Krishna will come in the Vahan with Garuda and pick us up. Mrityu sansara sagarat bhavamino chirat partha. I will take you, don't care. That's why he is telling, sarva dharman paritejya mamekam saranam braja aham tam sarva papebhya. He is telling, he is declaring, what else he can promise? He is telling, don't worry at all. I am here. If I am here, don't fear. Don't fear, he is telling. So that is the Vyasada's gratitude. Rajan sansmritya sambad idam imam adbhutam Kesav Arjuna punyam. Why it is punya? Go to Shankaracharya's first verse. What is that? Gita Shastram idam punyam. He is telling the beginning. Gita Shastram idam punyam ya pathet prayatatmana. What happens? Vishnu padam apnoti soka bhaya sokada varjitaha. That he is telling this Punya Gita, this Bhagavad Gita is Punya. It is a sacred literature. If you take shelter of Bhagavad Gita, you will be free from what happens? All bhaya, soka, everything will go away. And you will attain the lotus feet of Krishna. Lotus feet of Krishna. Vishnu padam abapnoti. Bhaya sokadi varjitaha. In Srimad Bhagavatam also same type. Yasya vai sriyamanayam Krishne paramapuruse bhaktir utpadayate punsa soka moha bhaya paha. Always we are trembling with soka moha bhaya. Soka means lamentation. Bhaya, fearful existence. Moha, illusion. These are torturing us from left, right and center. It is just like a crushing wheel. You put urad dal in a grinder. What happens? It's just like crushing. Like we are actually, if you have not taken shelter of Krishna, every moment you would have experienced the same thing. We are crushed. Sometimes material existence, sometimes this, sometimes wife, sometimes husband, sometimes all boss, all these people, left, right and center. But think about just 1 minute, you just think, close your eyes, think 1 minute. How nicely we are situated hearing Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita under the shelter of Srila Prabhupada. What a peaceful atmosphere.
And living in Vrindavan.
And living in Vrindavan, Hari Bol. So just think about in Vrindavan where Srila Prabhupada is here now, and we are hearing Bhagavad Gita. Why our heart will not be transformed? Why will not go back to Godhead? Why will not be, why material people will challenge us? We should have that confidence. That is called surrender, saranagati. Sikh Sangha saranagati. Anukule se sankalpa, pratikule se varjanam, rakhisati iti vishwasa gotrupta varanam tata. So we have to fully convinced that Krishna is our protector. He is our maintainer. X, Y, Z, husband, wife, relatives are not my maintainer. They cannot protect us. Only Krishna. Sadha sabde vishwasa kahe, sudruda nischaya. Krishna bhakti kahile sarva karma krita hai. If we are performing devotional service, definitely we will achieve perfection. There is no doubt in it. So this is what Srila Prabhupada explains in the purport. And his last ponth sentence, Srila Prabhupada said, the result of Krishna consciousness is that one becomes increasingly enlightened and he enjoys life with a thrill, not only for some time, but at every moment. Every moment. So are we experiencing that? Yes. Yes. People are materialistic, people shamelessly they are moving. Why we should not shamelessly put tilak, put this thing, dhoti, sari and move, tell, chant Hare Krishna. Actually I was feeling, where I was coming in Krishna consciousness in the beginning, my senior devotee used to chant. But I chant, if somebody says immediately I put the bit back inside. So why are fear? People are doing shamelessly so many nonsense activities. You should be shameless and chant Hare Krishna with everybody. So that is the, anyway, I took a lot of time. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, please forgive me if I have done so. If anybody has any comments or... Yes. Any comments, questions or something to... Yes, Prabhu.
So I'm coming from very far from Tokyo, and this is my third day here.
Okay.
And first time hearing the clap in the room. So thank you very much.
Hare
This
Krishna.
morning I had the question like, why I'm not thrilled every moment? Even before I asked, the words gave the answer. So thank you very much for the guidance. It was a question in my mind when I woke up today. Like why I'm not thrilled?
Okay.
And
Why?
there is the answer.
Okay.
He got the answer.
Okay.
He got the answer.
You got that. So thank you. Rest.
Hare Krishna. Ma'am.
Rest.
It's not related to this text, so is it okay if I ask?
Yes,
a
yes,
Krishna
yes,
conscious?
yes, Mataji. If I
So, if your family members, I mean, you know, they can't relate to accepting that Lord Shri Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and you know, they don't want to chant and they don't want to accept, they don't want to hear. So, like, a devotee feels pain for anyone who's not Krishna consciousness, but a dukkha dukhi. So obviously you feel for your family people, but I mean, you know, giving Ma Prasad and everything, but it doesn't work, you know, and then when we speak to them, there is just like, you know, and then I get hurt and I cry and my health, this thing. So, I mean, so best thing is just we try to become a devotee. What can we do besides that?
Yeah, that's why actually this is the point you brought out
and
nicely.
our parents will get the blessings, right, of my spiritual whatever I'm doing.
Okay. That's why Sanjay didn't cry after speaking Bhagavad Gita to Dhritarashtra. Dhritarashtra didn't change. Sanjay didn't cry. Rather than he manifested the Bhagavad Gita's verses 2.47. Karmanyeva adhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. Are you doing your duties? Are you extending your compassion to other person? Are you giving prasadam? Are you doing something to him? Be satisfied. 7.1. Maya sakta manopartha. That these two verses. One, you need not to expect the result. Our duty is service. Krishna's department is result. Result department in his heart. This living entity is eternal. It is not that just this birth is everything will happen. Whatever you are doing, definitely it is deposited in his account. Today, tomorrow, next life or 100 lives after, definitely you will become a devotee. Because Krishna loves you.
I am my family.
Everybody. You see, because
No,
I am telling you are devotee of Krishna.
Yeah.
Krishna is very dear to you. You are very dear to Krishna. How Krishna will forget you, whatever contribution you are doing to the society? Definitely. But he waits. He wants, just like a iron, suppose you want to bend it, it has to be hot. So he is waiting that person when he will be humble, that time he will give the message. It does not matter, this life or next life. That's why after 100 lives also somebody becomes devotee. So that means you are depositing something in his account. So we should not expect that immediately overnight. Like suppose a girl is married, he cannot expect a child next day. He has to wait according to whatever process. So we have to do our duties. Let Krishna do whatever he likes.
Yeah, we are not the controller.
We are not the controller. Definitely we are not the controller. Krishna, yeah. We should be happy and satisfied that I am doing my duties. So that's all. Now it is Krishna. That's why Sanjay is speaking to Dhritarashtra. So Dhritarashtra is as his own inner motives and all these things. So we cannot explain everything. That's why 7 yasam tu antagata papam jananam punya karmanam te dvanda nirmukte bhajante madrudavratta. Unless the sinful reactions are completely eradicated, it is very difficult to take the process of Krishna consciousness or to remain steady in devotional service. So we are doing to purify ourselves. So whatever doing is very nice. Yes,
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you very much for the class. I just want to understand more about this attentive listening. Like, although we heard this word, but
1.1343 verse. What is attentive? Srimad Bhagavatam. You can read. If our eating, sleeping, depending, mating is pure, then our consciousness will be pure. If consciousness pure, we can hear attentively. 1.343 or 44. Last this two. Yeah.
If you are eating, sleeping,
Depending and mating. If it is pure, then your consciousness will be clear. If your consciousness is clear, definitely will be pay attention. And if your attention is pure, then that is the foundation of your comprehension. Then you can comprehend what is going on and all these things. Yes, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. So wonderful class, Adbhutam class.
Hare
And
Krishna.
I just want to clarify, initially you have told that this Gita is a dialogue between three, Arjuna and Krishna. And
This is a level of discussion, and soul and super soul. We are the living entity. Yeah, we are the living entities. We are getting also this message.
Can you please explain a little bit soul and super soul?
Yeah.
What was the discussion?
So now we are hearing this Bhagavad Gita. We are the living entities. We are the soul, and we are getting informations. We are getting this knowledge from the super soul. Means super soul has a role. Upadrashta, Anumanta, Bharta, Bhakta, Maheshwara. He is entering into our heart. So like Krishna sometimes says, Tameva Saranam Gacha. What is telling? Tameva Saranam means you take shelter of our super soul. So that means if you are pure, then automatically we will have a connection with the super soul. That is the message. When we hear it with attention, then super soul will inspire us to take shelter of spiritual master. That's what he is telling. Without spiritual masters, without the medium of spiritual master, we cannot get. So that's why when we are sincere and serious, then Krishna will send a spiritual master to us. So that's what super soul will inspire you from within to take shelter of a spiritual master who can give us the message of Bhagavad Gita by which our heart will be transformed. So that is what that because we are hearing, we are also discussing the same Bhagavad Gita. Because personal Krishna is in the form of super soul in our heart. So always there is a discussion is going on between soul and super soul. Okay, so that is what. Hare Krishna.
My sense.
Okay. Yes, bro.
It's very great that we are sitting in front of you and you are giving us light of Bhagavad Gita. Thanks to you.
No, that's glorious to Srila Prabhupada.
One question
Yes.
from me. Is it right that Krishna wants everything, whatever is going in this world?
Krishna wants what? That's a
Is it
Krishna.
right
Okay.
that Krishna wants everything what is going in this world? What is happening or what is not happening?
Yeah, you are telling that whatever disturbances is going on, whether Krishna wants it or not. That is indirect. That is the question you are saying. Or whatever going on, it is Krishna's desire.
Yes.
That's okay.
Both are the same.
Yeah, correct. So Krishna, that's why I am telling now. The Krishna is Bharta, Bhokta, Anumanta, Upadrashta, Anumanta, Bharta, Bhokta, Maheshwara. That there are different living entities are there. There are pious souls, impious souls. So those are impious souls, they have a tendency to do sinful actions or rebellious actions, just like criminals. There are obedient citizens, there are disobedient citizens. Does government want that citizens should do criminals? No. So as a well-wisher father, he does not want. But what he will do? He will tell that whatever you are doing, it is not good. And if you are doing something, you are responsible for your actions. So that is what the whole disturbance is going on. Because every living entity has a free will. And he has to exercise his free will for the pleasure of Krishna or for his own sense gratification. That's why all these disturbances is coming. Suppose there is a pond and there is a center. And all of us put a stone and put on the center. So there will be concentric circles. But if she puts thrown there, I put there, so there will be a class. That's why whole society is a classing each other because of we are not putting Krishna in the center of our life. For example, suppose I chant Hare Krishna or with a kartal and with a proper rhythm and you follow it. This looks very beautiful. I will sing in one way, she will sing one way, he will the chaos. So that's why the chaos is because we are not keeping Guru and Krishna in the center of our life. So that is the simple reason.
So I am sitting in front of you by the desire of God.
Yes, everything, even if a blade of grass cannot move without sanction of Krishna. Paramatma has inspired you, that's why I have come.
So the thieves are doing the things that are also desire of Krishna?
Not desire, I am telling you, he is permitting his desire.
Okay.
He's, because suppose my son, I told that you go to college, read nicely and all these things, come back. But he wants to know I will run after girls. I tell that this is wrong. If you go, what I will do? Then you will get the consequences.
Okay.
Does I desire that my son should go run after girls?
Yes.
No. So that's why he is suffering. And if I am attached to my son, then I will also suffer. Both will go to hell. So that's why we are getting knowledge. Detach. You do a responsible, let him suffer. What is the problem? That is what. Okay.
One more question.
Yes, bro.
Krishna says that I am Omkar. Is it okay?
Yes, because there are three Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagavan iti Sabdate. Bhagavati, Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, second chapter, 9th verse, 9th or 10th. Vadanti tat vidas tattvam is a jnanam advayam, Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagavan iti Sabdate. Omkar. That impersonal Brahman.
Om is also a name of Lord Krishna.
Yeah.
If I will chant Om, there should be no problem.
No, what is the problem? But the thing is that whatever you chant, it should be authorized by your spiritual master. That's why 4.34, Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprasnena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnanina tattvadarshina.
Every chanting is coming to me, Krishna says.
Krishna, how Krishna is saying to you?
By Bhagavad Gita, he is saying that.
That's why Bhagavad Gita is telling you that you go to 4.34. Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprasna. You have to approach a bona fide spiritual master, render service, inquire from him. Then they will give you, because they are realized, they will impart knowledge in your heart. That will be fact. Otherwise, I will say, I am God. Please worship me. Krishna is telling me, I am God. Why will you not accept? You tell me, I am God. So whatever the Shruti, Smruti, Puranadi, Pancharatri Vidhim Vina, Aikantika Harer Bhakti Utpadaiva Kalpate. It's a disturbance in the society. If you will not follow Shruti and Smruti, it's a disturbance. That's why there are so many disturbances in the society. Somebody Amma, somebody Baba, somebody this. That's why that is the problem. That's I'm telling the truth. So we have to accept the disciplic succession. That's why there are 4 sampradayas are there. You have to follow one sampradaya. That is the message. What Srila Prabhupada I have heard. Okay. Srila Prabhupada ki.